Okay, folks, gather round, because today we're looking at one of the oldest, boldest, and most passionately confused conspiracy theories of all time, the Flat Earth Theory. Now, before you roll your eyes and say, "This again?" let me remind you, there are still people, walking, talking, internet access having people, who genuinely believe the Earth is not a ball, not a globe, not a planet, but a flat disk, like a giant cosmic pizza with no toppings. Well, except for mountains, oceans, and Australia, which they think is a hoax anyway, so maybe it's more of a cheese stick. Now let's back up. Historically speaking, yes, there was a time when people believed the Earth was flat. But you know what else they believed? That bathing gave you fevers and that sneezes were caused by demons. So let's not act like that was the intellectual golden age. In fact, by around 500 BC, ancient Greek smarty-pants like Pythagoras and Aristotle were already arguing for a spherical Earth. And not just because they wanted to feel superior at dinner parties. They had reasons. The way ships disappeared over the horizon, bottom first. The round shadow Earth casts on the moon during lunar eclipses, and the fact that if you walk in a straight line long enough, you eventually end up back where you started. Or just in Ohio, which is basically the same thing. Fast forward to 1492, and you've got Columbus sailing the ocean blue. Contrary to what your 5th grade teacher told you, Columbus and his crew didn't think they were going to fall off the edge of the Earth. They were worried about running out of snacks. Nobody wants to discover the new world on an empty stomach. So when did the modern flat Earth theory return like a raccoon, rummaging through the trash can of reason? Enter the 1800s. A man named Samuel Rowbotham, under the glorious pseudonym Parallax, published a book called Zetetic Astronomy. He claimed the Earth was flat and that the sun and moon were little lamps rotating above us like a giant ceiling fan from hell. He conducted experiments involving looking down long canals with telescopes because nothing says trustworthy science like peering through a tube in a swamp. Then came the Flat Earth Society, officially founded in 1956 by a guy named Samuel Shenton, who was basically a one-man newsletter machine. He handed out pamphlets like they were coupons for a buffet of bad ideas. After him, Charles K. Johnson took over in the 70s and claimed photos from space were fake and that astronauts were actors, which, frankly, would make Buzz Aldrin the most underpaid stuntman in history. Now, you might be thinking, but we've sent people to space. We have satellites. We've seen the Earth from above. But see, that's what they want you to believe. Who are they, you ask? Oh, just a casual alliance of NASA, Hollywood, Big Globe, the Illuminati, and possibly Shaquille O'Neal. Not because he's involved in the conspiracy. He's just really tall and confusing. Flat Earthers believe we're living under a giant dome, also called the firmament, and that Antarctica isn't a continent but rather a giant ice wall holding everything in, like a frosty salad bowl of lies. And beyond that wall, nobody knows. Some say another world, others say the end of reality. Personally, I think it's just a warehouse where they keep extra moons and the scripts for The View. They claim gravity isn't real, satellites don't exist, and that NASA is faking space footage using green screens. To which I say, if NASA's faking it, they need better CGI. Half those videos look like someone's nephew made them in After Effects using a mouse with jam on it. There's even a theory that the Earth is not only flat, but stationary, and that the sun and moon are just small glowing objects circling above us like disco balls operated by an intern named Kyle. But perhaps the greatest flat Earth moment in recent history came in the form of Mad Mike Hughes, a flat earther who built a homemade rocket to prove the Earth was flat and tragically died when it crashed. Now, I respect the courage. The logic? Less so. It's like trying to prove fire isn't hot by sticking your face in a volcano. Still, there's a strangely poetic charm to it all. This yearning to reject mainstream science, to feel like you know something that the rest of the world doesn't. It's comforting in a way, like finding out your math teacher was wrong, and now you can ignore algebra and just follow your vibes. So, conspiracy or fact? Is the Earth really a spinning ball hurtling through space at 67,000 miles per hour? Or is it just a big blue pancake with a dome lid, guarded by penguins and government agents? All I know is, if I ever reach the edge of the Earth, I'm bringing a lawn chair, a six-pack, and a fishing pole. Because if I fall off, I want to at least get a good selfie on the way down.